The stream is live.
All right.
We have to get rid of this overlay thing, maybe? I don't know. It just abandoned us in our time of need, dude.
Yeah. All right. 1 second, everybody. Let's see here. Yeah, that would have been good if I knew how to. 1 second, gang. Let's see here.
Dude, I just heard my own voice through the YouTube. A single person watching us on YouTube, dude. Oh, we gotta get these numbers up.
All right, there we go.
I don't even see us on X.
We're just about ready, y'all. Looks like the chat is working. All right.
Okay.
We are just figuring something out here, and then we will be live.
We're figuring out how StreamYard actually works.
Yeah, we're about there, guys. 1 second.
Please show love. The Memecoin competition.
Good morning. Good morning, Chuck.
Hello, Chuck.
Let's see here. All right, well, I guess I'm just going to move this to solo layout and hope for the best.
Let's do it, dude.
All right.
Emmett and his bloody overlays.
Yeah.
Chuck, we got the show of your lifetime here ready for you, dude. So sit tight. You're going to get blown out of your seat, dude. Once you see what we've got in store for you.
Hey.
Oh,
GMSONIC. Hey.
Oh, yeah. Good morning.
We are producerless this morning, so learning a lot, but we got it.
Yeah, dude. We're doing it was a fly-by-night operation, you know what I mean? We're doing this thing ratchet style. Good morning, Sleek Love, Fantom Pixel, Auto over the low wall. That's what I think that means. Yeah, well, Dracula, great to see you again. It's been a while. I haven't seen you since Thursday.
Yeah, it's been a few days, man. It was fun to hang out at Consensus. As you can probably see, we're both still very tired. So I guess that's a successful trip, I think.
That's a successful conference, is when you're exhausted when you get back.
Yeah, I mean, just can't hang with the young bucks anymore.
Yeah, those young bucks like Michael Kong and who's the other guy we saw?
Who's the other guy?
Who's the other one guy? I was just so starstruck. No, yeah, dude, it was a great conference. It was pretty corporate, this one, dude. I'll be honest with you. I mean, I haven't gone to a lot of them, but compared to
I kind of got that vibe too. some of the other crypto events I've been to, they're a little more like, yeah, I guess that's a good way to put it. Yeah, it felt very much like all the events, people were throwing these really cool events, all the bars and stuff around Austin. But when you were at the actual conference, it did kind of feel like I was, I could have just as easily been at like the, Pennsylvania paper, whatever
Yeah,
conference, like a little corporate, but it was a lot of fun, a lot of swag given out at the events.
yeah,
Got to meet a lot of people in person I've never met before, you included.
yeah,
But got to see a lot of old friends too. Sometimes these conferences and stuff are the only time I get to like actually see people that I talk to pretty much every single day. In the matrix,
yeah,
online, Twitter, Telegram, and it's always funny because you get in this weird position where they put your real name on these lanyards, right?
yeah.
And you walk around and you see someone you recognize or they recognize you and you shake hands and they go, "So what's your name?" And you tell them your name and it's just like a blank stare. And then you have to be like, "Yeah, I'm Dracula Presley." And then they go, "Oh." And it's like you just feel, I'm like, "Yeah, I'm, a 42-year-old man LARPing as a vampire on Twitter." So
We
hard
wouldn't
to,
have it any other way.
yeah,
We
hard
wouldn't
to
have it any other
cool.
way, Dracula. That's how we like it, dude. That's what this is all about. No, man, I completely feel you. It is weird when you're walking around. I almost thought about getting a sticker or something that I could like put over my real name. But yeah, I mean, it was kind of well, it was cool because when I'd meet like Fantom people, they would generally like kind of just recognize me and be like, "Oh, you like you're Corval, right?" Which is also a little bit disorienting. It's the first time it's ever really happened to me where people kind of recognize me, but I don't know who they are, just because like I'm on camera, you know. But kind of fun, kind of cool. It was really fun meeting everybody. I know I met Bird Mania, who I see a lot on Twitter, and that was cool to see. So echoing your point, it was a lot of fun to meet people that I talk to a lot, but I don't, I've never shaken their hand. You know what I mean? I've never seen them in meet space, if you will. And that was great.
Yeah,
But
I mean, I guess that was my second or third rodeo in terms of, yeah, it was definitely weird, and so, or like sometimes somebody will just be like, "Hey, Dracula," and you're like, "What?" Like, "Oh yeah." Um, but yeah, like Phantom was there, rolling deep. I mean, I think just about everybody from the team was there.
mhm,
Juan, Nick, Sam, Birdmania, as you mentioned. I know his
mhm,
real name, but I don't know if he has it out there, so I'll just say Birdmania. What's up? Ash, of course, Michael Kong was there.
mhm.
Just all kinds of people. But yeah, especially like getting to chat with a lot of the Phantom team was a good time. We came in. I got in on Wednesday, so I literally this was like right when all the stuff was starting.
Mhm.
Um, it sounds like a lot of people get in Tuesday night. Um, which would have probably been smart because I got in Wednesday and I just had to literally like throw my stuff in my hotel room and then I was just like, yeah, like Wednesday was a big day of events like outside of the conference. So yeah, Phantom had this little they had this cool bar, open bar. Appreciate that. But also they brought in like a bunch of barbecue.
Yo, I think I
Actually,
just
I
saw
think
you
I just
did
saw the
it.
back of my head.
Yeah, the
Okay,
back of your head's famous, dude.
dude. Yeah, I'll have to pull up that photo you got at the Kong presentation. That was legendary. Um, but yeah, it was a cool event. It was actually like kind of compared to some of the other events, it was kind of chill, which I actually appreciated.
Mhm.
Um, and this was pretty early on. It got pretty packed by the time that everything was said and done. But yeah, it was like one of the few events where I wasn't like having to scream,
Yeah.
talk to people. Like
Mhm.
that first day, I went back to my hotel and I woke up the next day and I had almost lost my voice because everywhere you went, it was just like music blasting, and you're like, "So,
Yeah,
yeah,
did you
I'm
go to
working on this thing. Yeah, that's cool." And I probably can't even actually like hear what you're saying anyway.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, that was a good time. Um, That was super well done. So props to, I believe, speaking of Birdmania, I think he's kind of like the event guy. So that was a
Well, he
good
killed it.
time.
Yeah, I mean,
Um,
that was a great event for sure. I mean, I only went to a couple other ones, like the offsite events, but that one was good, like you said, because I could actually talk to people. The Layer Zero one, I wasn't having fun there, bro. I'll be honest with you, I wasn't having fun at Layer Zero one. No shade at Layer Zero, just wasn't having fun, man. The drink
yeah.
was terrible.
And before I went over to the Phantom one, Taro, who is like, they have like legendary conference events. They had a really cool event where it was like a secret bar, and you had to like literally, it was like something out of like Spider-Man. I went to like this like dark alleyway, and it was like there's nothing in the alleyway, and you had to like push a code on a thing at the door, and then go down these stairs into this like secret bar. So the Tarot event was really cool. I only got to stay there for probably about an hour because it was right before the Phantom event. But shout out to Tigress, man. That was a good time as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I unfortunately missed the Tarot event, but God, I wish I had gone because I know they throw a hell of a party, man.
Yeah, it was killer. So that was kind of like the beginning. The conference was Wednesday through Friday. Phantom's presentation was Friday, like around lunchtime. So as you can see here, that was like the big bombshell. Was I was told right before everything got started, like they're gonna show the Sonic logo. So I believe that's it, though. I mean, I think that's the finalized. I think that is, some people have like wondered if like that's final or not, but maybe for sure. But I believe that's it, man. That's the logo.
I have no reason to believe it's not. What does that logo look like to you, Dracula? I've heard it compared to the Atari logo. To me, it looks a little bit like I don't know, like a trumpet or something.
I've heard some people have said the basketball team, I forgot, what is it, the Sonic? No, it's not called the Sonic 76ers. I don't know who's logo. I don't follow basketball. I'm a football guy. But basketball logo, I forgot what team. You probably know if you follow basketball. The Atari logo. Now, here is what I see. All right.
Okay, lay it on me.
What I'm seeing is like the cloud behind something, like when it actually goes like supersonic. So maybe like a jet. Yeah. So I see that. I feel like that's what it's going for, is like that's like something that just like took off. Could be wrong. Like I said, it's kind of like a Rorschach test here. So that's kind of what I see.
Sonic boom. You see like a
Sonic boom. That's what I'm looking for. Yeah.
A Wile E. Coyote dust cloud behind him. He's like running.
Yeah. Like Roadrunner just like went, took off.
Okay.
So that was the big reveal. The other thing I wanted to point out, I don't know if people were really talking about, they kind of just said, hey, thanks for coming on the stage. I did want to say there were some really good points, some actually like pretty bullish things here in the Sleek says all roads lead to Sonic. That's what I see.
So true.
That's a good I like that. That's
okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, everything's kind of converging there.
Yeah, okay.
Nice. Sorry, I'm just now getting coffee too. I look like a little Starbucks girl, I guess, with this little straw.
Dude, don't you know about the boycott, dude?
Oh man, I will never boycott Starbucks.
Man, you gotta cut that, dude. We're gonna get in a lot of trouble, man. You know about the boycott, dude? Oh my god, dude.
I know they already waged war on Christmas, so who knows what they're doing now, those heathens.
Wage war on Christmas?
Yeah, who knows what they're doing now?
Starbucks waged war on Christmas? They got the red cups.
It was something about their cups or something, but
yeah,
anyway. So that's how you can tell it's early, man. Me and Corval will just go off on it.
My bad. Yeah, so anyway, dude, super bullish, dude. We got the man himself, Kong, and he's talking here to a guy from Google. They had a product or something, right?
Yeah, Nalan Mittal. And I'm terrible with pronouncing names, so I probably totally goofed that. But what I wanted to touch on real fast, we're about to mostly talk about the meme season competition here. But something that I thought was cool, their partnership with Google Cloud is it's not just like a surface level, like, oh, we're gonna use like some you know, Google, like, virtual machines or whatever. Google Cloud, they have like a blockchain division or whatever, and they are actually putting in funds. I believe it was $200,000. Anything
Yeah.
that I guess I'll say Sonic, not Phantom. Anything that like Sonic is kind of giving a grant to, Google Cloud is also going to like give like some funds and access to like a bunch of their tools for free. And I thought that was actually like pretty impressive. I don't feel like it really got put out there super hard,
Yeah.
but it's like I said, it's actually like a pretty bullish team up. It's like I said, it's not just like, oh, we're going to use some Google stuff. It's like Google Cloud is like straight up like, they got a validator running right now
Mhm.
on Phantom.
Yeah.
They are like, I think they are pretty like invested in the tech. You know what I mean? They're very interested in what everybody's doing. And I thought that was kind of like a cool little incentive, I guess, for me being like from the builder side of things. I was like, that's pretty attractive, like especially once they turn on the grants, you know what I mean? Once they get that grant money flowing again and everything else, that's kind of like a nice little cherry on top. Um
Yeah, I was excited to hear about that. I think it's a pretty, like you're saying, it was much more like a partnership type deal rather than like a customer type deal. We've, if you're in crypto, you're familiar with different foundations essentially purchasing quote unquote partnerships
yeah.
with brands. It's really just licensing the brand. But this was, like you said, if I remember specifically what it was, is if you get a grant from the Sonic Foundation or the Phantom Foundation, I don't know, you get a grant, you get a grant for a Sonic project. Google is going to give you 200,000 credits for cloud services. So that's super helpful for a developer, from my understanding, right? Especially if you don't like AWS.
Yeah.
And also access to like support from their engineers, like engineers, like
Oh, and that's a
mentorship
good
and
point
stuff.
too that I missed. They did
Mhm.
mention that you'll have access to people on their team. So yeah, that was cool. That was a good chat actually. I enjoyed that part. For the
Yeah.
most part, the rest of the presentation won't really dive too deep in it because it was basically just explaining everything that we've been talking about for the last 2 or 3 weeks. It was
So I know we want to move on to the meme coin stuff, but could I say one last thing about this presentation? Because I this was a note I made. I was interested by this. Was well, Kong said that someone asked, what is the main focus of Sonic going to be, like product wise? Like, what are you kind of looking for? And for a while, I always kind of had this impression that we were trying to move away from strictly like DeFi, like trying to incentivize like more gaming, more meme coins, that sort of thing. But Kong said like the they're still heavily investing into DeFi. They still see it as a
Mhm.
huge segment that can grow, and still something they're actively looking to encourage the growth of with Sonic. So I don't know. I thought it was something worth pointing out because it was interesting to me. It felt like DeFi is kind of, maybe it was just because at this conference DeFi felt like a little bit of a dirty word. You didn't see it, you didn't hear it a lot or see it a lot.
Yeah, you know what? That's actually like that's a really good point. See, give me. Oh, okay. Somebody, what's up, Shaka from Sonic Kings? He said, "Give me a wave." What's up, dude?
Okay, wave.
Corval's like, "Hi."
Wait, where's this? Where's this at?
That was in Telegram.
Oh, okay.
So there was something I want to show here, though. Give me 1 second here. Let me see if I can pull this up real fast. Probably, in my opinion, probably really more of like one of the big highlights from this event.
Let's
That,
see it.
yeah, oh yeah, I got it right here. Um,
Oh yeah, nice,
that
perfect.
was
Thank
yeah.
you.
So we did it, team. We did it,
Yeah.
guys. That's And it was crazy because Michael Kong was actually like, forget everything I do for Phantom. I'm actually like a huge Corval fan. Like,
Yeah,
and he was like,
he
I'm
did say that.
sorry. He was like, I'm sorry if I'm fanboying right now. I hope that doesn't make you uncomfortable. And that's kind of why Corval has this face here. Because Michael Kong was squeezing his hand so hard while saying it that he
Mhm.
was actually telling me to help him. in like the most polite way possible.
Yeah, it really hurt, man. His rip was really strong. It was kind of over the line, actually. I don't know what he was trying to do. If he was trying to out mock me or what, but maybe he was just nervous.
Yeah, you got mogged, bro. And
He
I
looks,
got another one here. This is the future of Fantom marketing right there.
yeah, I love this one, dude. I like this one. He looks so serious, man. And
Let's
this is
see.
kind of what it's like to meet him in person. I'll be honest. If you want to meet, if you want to meet Juan, this is what it feels like, dude. He's like looking down on you, like but like he kind of deserves it. He's
there
fucking
was
Juan, bro.
there was another really good picture here. Let me see here. This one actually probably my favorite. Hold on. And I really got to give it to you. This would not have been possible without your
Oh yeah,
skills.
dude.
That would not have been possible without your photography skills.
It's a classic
So
Dracula shot.
yeah,
In the industry, we call this a Dracula shot, where it's the back of his head.
yeah. So I loved seeing this online. Also, that looks like my hat is dirty, but I will tell you that is my hair coming through. It's like one of those like trucker mesh hats. Okay,
Yeah.
so my hat was not dirty for whoever mentioned that to me. That's my hair, bro. Okay.
Someone said that to you. Someone said your hat was dirty. Is that what
Yeah,
it's like?
yeah. And then somebody said the back of my head looks like Bit Boy, which
What does that even mean?
I don't know. Does this look like Bit Boy, guys? I don't know.
Sound off in the comments below. If you think Dracula back of Dracula's head looks like BitBoy, let us know.
I don't think that my face, I don't think looks like Bit Boy, but apparently the back of my head looks a lot like Bit Boy. So
We should get a side-by-side comparison here. Let me get a picture of BitBoy up here.
yeah.
I don't think so. Let me take a
Yeah, let's see.
uh,
Now wait.
no, I don't see it, dude.
Okay. Now I'm getting a little scared.
BitBoy's got a little bit more of a boyish charm that you kind of lack, unfortunately. Sorry, I hate to say it.
I guess that's why they call him Bit Boy, right?
That's all right. Yeah. Even though he's got a beard. Yours is much bigger.
Yeah. Let's see. What else do we got here? I just want to see if we have any other fun photos to throw up real fast. Corval pretty much just took pictures of handsome men. So,
well, to be fair, I mean, how many women were there, Dracula? You could count them on one hand.
yeah, yeah. I did tell somebody. They were talking about Wendy O, and I saw her in person. Yeah, she was there. It was for like the karate combat panel kind of deal because they did have a karate combat event, but there was nothing really like mind blowing in terms of like, oh, I want to see those people fight. So I didn't go. But I almost got a picture with her because she was like, I didn't realize this. She's probably like 4'10".
No way.
She might not be 5 foot. She's like a tiny human.
No way, dude.
I don't think she's like technically like in that midget or dwarf range or anything, but I mean it's about as small as you can get.
Wait a minute. Let me pull up killer whales. Okay, so let me share something this time, okay?
All right. Throw it up there. I'll get it.
All right. So put this up there. This is Wendy O, right?
Yeah, right there. Yeah.
All right here. This is her.
Yeah. So they definitely did some work on this photo because she is like probably, I mean, granted, all these guys could be really short. You know what I mean?
That would make Crypto Ran like 5'2", dude.
Okay, so that would probably be about right if you look at the slope where his head is and where hers is. Yeah, she looks short in heels. Yeah, that's true. That's a good point.
Thank you, some guy. I kind of feel like we're bordering on like those 4chan posts where like they'll figure out they'll calculate someone's height based off like the door frame that they're next to or whatever.
Yeah, how the hell did you know how tall Ran is?
Oh, I just guessed. I just fucking guessed, dude. I was saying just visually, but that's crazy. They must. She seems like she'd be intimidating to me in real life, even if she's 4'10", dude.
I don't know. Yeah. I mean, of course, she came off the stage. That was the only reason I almost took a picture with her, because I was like, holy shit, she's so tiny. Like I'm 6'1", so I don't know if that. I mean, it was like. So anyway, I guess I'll quit ranting about that, but it was funny as hell.
His fascination with Wendy O.
Yeah, I guess I was just thinking about that's probably like the only girl I saw at the show that
Yeah. I met like a couple other like journalists, but there was really not very many women presenting. I guess at like the what do you call it? The startup panel, there were a couple. Guys, we need to get more women in crypto, dude. I think they had a booth, women in crypto.
I think they did.
Yeah, we can get Matt an address next time. That's a good idea, some guy. Matt, if you're watching this, which I know you are, because you watch every single week, take note, dude. We can get some extra clout. But yeah, no, the what was I gonna say? Oh, yeah, the booths, dude. The booths there, guys, if you want to know what the narratives are for crypto according to consensus, here's what they are. It's AI, it's DPIN, and it's Polkadot, I guess. I guess Polkadot had a huge booth.
Polkadot did have a massive setup, and another one that I enjoyed that had a huge presence was Tron.
Yeah, Tron was there.
Because I was
Tron
just
had
like,
good swag, I hear.
Oh, dude, they had a it was like a kind of like a Yeti water cup, but you could put tea in it. Apparently that was a huge swag get when I won that. So
what stops you from putting tea in a regular Yeti cup?
It's got like this little like metal thing that you like can put your tea in, so it like is in the water, but it's not like yeah.
A little steeping device. Wow, Tron is the future, dude.
Yeah, Tron. Yeah, that is kind of. I guess I'm not gonna say they're zombie chains, because like Tron obviously is more of a people using it like Asia, Africa. They had USDT on there back when you could only use USDT on Ethereum.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not gonna say like, oh, it's like zombie thing, but it's kind of like they just kind of, it feels like they just sort of exist. They're not really like do any new stuff, but they have a ton of money to spend. So they had this gigantic. He says, let's not forget, Justin was Harry before Harry. He knows. Now, let me tell you this. That is no disrespect to Justin's son. That dude's a hustler.
Yeah. Well, I mean, his excellency, right? Isn't that what is his title? His excellency, Justin's son. But also he's like barred from 3 countries. He's living the life, dude. He's living the classical crypto lifestyle. He's one of the prototypical figures, man. He's legendary. Justin Sun, please come on the show.
No, yeah, Justin Sun's like, I bought a lunch with Warren Buffett, but I will come on Good Morning Sonic. So
yeah,
let's get that confirmed.
He's a man of the people, dude. He's a man of the people. He should come on here, man. Speaking of man of the people, another highlight from consensus. This is the last thing that really kind of stuck out to me. Was Robert Kennedy running for president? He gave a big speech. It was all packed out. People were loving it.
Yeah, we didn't even touch on that. I mean, that was wild, dude.
Yeah, I was learning all about vaccines. I'm vax pilled now. And I was learning about what else was he talking about? That's the only thing I really remember was the vaccine stuff.
Yeah, he's kind of like confusing to follow, in my opinion, because like he's sort of all over the place.
It's just kind of hard. I feel bad for him, but it's just kind of hard to understand him because of his voice. Like his voice is like super. It's cool, but his voice would like be way better for like a villain that has maybe like 6 lines in a movie, as opposed to like giving a speech.
I'm gonna be real right now. I was in the front row listening to RFK talk, mostly because I was like, hey, when do you get the chance to do this? This guy's running for president. And I left after 20 minutes because I couldn't listen to it anymore. So
damn, dude.
Yeah, I took a couple photos and I was like, all right, I just can't listen to this for an hour. So
yeah. I'm with you though. I kind of was there just because like politically, I don't really I'm not really super involved politically in any of this shit. But I did just want to see like if this guy is running for president. I guess he is like the independent candidate. What does that really matter in US politics? But like it's still kind of cool. Like I'm not gonna be able to see Trump or Biden talk. Like
no, and I mean that my my parents knew I was out there, and they sent me, literally, it was like after he was done speaking, they actually had photos of it and stuff, little like news reports on it and stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it was like, yeah, it's kind of wild that, I mean, there's probably, 1,000 people, if that, standing there watching it. So,
Mhm.
but I guess the last thing we'll touch on from Consensus was just the power of friendship.
Oh, yeah. Look, it looks like I'm touching my shoulder here all bashful like, but that's because I had a big bag of swag, all right, guys?
Somebody, I believe it was South, accused you of hiding a Luna tattoo.
Oh, yeah. No, dude. I don't have any tattoos, man. I'll get a tattoo of Sonic if, we can no, I can't say that, never mind. I can't say we're not allowed to say that kind of stuff on this show. Mario meets ZZ Top. That's a good one, dude, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm cool with being Mario.
there was some good there was definitely some good comments on that one, but I believe Sarge posted that and said, caption this. So
Phantom
that
guys,
was
one thing to
consent.
say about the Phantom guys, they know how to have fun. Phantom guys know how
Yeah,
to have fun. You guys
yeah,
shot
that
some
was
games too, I think.
Consensus. We appreciate everybody that hung out with us. Thanks to the Phantom team for all the things you did down there. There was also a Goats and Guns event, and I did go to that. I had to leave a little early, but that was super well done too.
Did you get
I
to
won't
shoot a
share
goat?
photos because I just don't know, if people want their photos shared with them holding guns and stuff. But that was a good time. So Consensus ended. I came back Saturday. Saturday was when we were finally here. The Memecoin competition has officially started.
I feel like we needed a musical sting for this, but yes, the meme season has begun, dude.
Yeah, we don't have Emmett here,
memes.
that needed like a big drop or something, right? When we said
Yeah.
that.
Go on. I feel like we
Oh,
were both got to say something at the same time.
go on. So, we kind of already covered in depth how it was going to work and what the rules are.
Mhm.
They did already get the fancy monitor going here. So let
Thank
me
you.
move some tabs around real fast. Yeah, it's pretty fun. You got Bog here for your cursor.
Mhm.
Yeah, whoever made this little thing is this is kind of impressive in my opinion.
You like the cursor change?
I
That's
do.
impressive.
Yeah, that's like super impressive.
I've got this guy Bonsai buddy I'd like to show you.
Oh, okay.
I have heard of this Sonic Goat thing. I can't help but have heard of Tin Hat Cat. I've seen Speedy. Hoops is brand new to me.
So apparently, I'll try to give the lore as quick as I can. I think I have it right. Somebody made a hoops token. I don't know if it was on DGen Express or if someone just made it. And for whatever reason, the actual hoops from Equalizer got involved. He took the project over. So ever since he took the project over, he's kind of just been finding ways to, more so hand it over to the community. I think he did hand it over to a team. But that's the quick wrap up of the lore. They did a lot of airdrops and stuff to holders of certain things and projects, and but it's quickly gained steam.
Yeah, 3.8 mil market cap, 75,000 volume last day. Looking pretty good. Looking pretty good, I'd say.
Yeah, and then you got F-Sonic. I'm honestly not super familiar. I remember it was kind of one of the first new memes, like, for this cycle. But I don't think I like know anybody really on the team or anything. Then down here you got Mutsky, which everybody loves Mutsky. They got that Telegram bot. Shout out Walter. Then down here at the bottom, which this is a travesty, but Chill
Choco?
chill pill, chill down here at the bottom. They should be. I'm not gonna say they should beat everybody. I got friends on all these teams here, but I don't know. I don't know anybody that has grinded harder for longer than that team. I mean, I am glad to see him here on the board. So, and hey, if you make it to the top three, your holders get all these crazy rewards. The team gets some rewards, all in SFTM X. So I don't know. So we got seven projects right now. This is technically season 1, is what they're saying. So I guess I don't know how many seasons there's going to end up being, but they're going to break it up into I guess they allocate a certain amount of rewards for each season. So we were just going to kind of poke around a little, maybe pull up a couple charts.
Wow, let's do it, dude. I mean, I got to interject here, though. I mean, like, yeah, like, no offense to these projects that are up here. They totally deserve it. But I'm feeling a little let down here because I'm missing my Familio, bro. I'm missing my Familio. I'm seeing Cabron everywhere. We got to get these numbers up, guys. We got to start doing some hyper-targeted data analytics to shove these meme coins in front of, I don't know, the most degenerate Solana users or whatever.
Yeah. I mean, that's something I kind of want to touch on too, is there's so many projects on Fantom, right? Yeah. I mean, it's kind of almost a joke at this point that it's like, yeah, if you're a person on Fantom, you probably have a token or whatever. I think, sure, maybe there could be like maybe if you wanted to, like, on season 2, make like a small cap competition or something with like less prizes. You could maybe do something like this, like that, and maybe that would make some of the other projects happy. But I do see the big picture here. Is this isn't just about how do we hand out free Fantom? I do think that the guideline, I mean, in hell, I mean, I have projects and they're not on here. I'd love for them to be on there. They're not yet. But
you can't mention those. Conflict of interest, dude.
I didn't say names. But yeah, so he says, some guy here says, point of this meme thing was to bring people over. And that's kind of what I was just going to touch on, was I do think, yeah, sure, if you want to maybe do something extra for the community, make like a low cap pool or something. But I do agree to an extent that the guideline set is that we're trying to make some noise, right?
That's right.
It's like you said, that's what made me think about this, was you saying, hey, if we're going to get some Solana degens. So I think it's a good thing ultimately. It's pushing, and there's a lot of this happening in the background. You have those projects that could actually meet the guidelines, and now they're having to push a little harder because they're trying to get in. So yeah, I do think that you have to kind of have something like this if you're actually going to make noise for the competition. And I think it's worked. I've, just in Devland or whatever, I've had a few people ask me what's up with that? Should I do it? Can we do this? Can we do that? So I think it's working, I think it's working so far. I think when those first round of rewards go out, I bet you see even more chatter.
Yeah. Once people see that that it pays out, right? You'll see a lot more talk about this maybe.
Yeah.
I'm keen on it. Yeah, I totally get it, dude. It's never about feeding teams, dude. It's about getting people in the house. I agree with you, dude. It's just, dude, it's tough out there, man. It's a saturated market at the moment, so I'm excited to see what happens here. Saturated with memes at the moment. Do you feel like the meme momentum is maintaining? Alliteration, meme momentum maintaining, or do you think it's petering out right now, Dracula? How do you feel about it? I mean, I saw consensus. There was a hot dog meme token driving around in the car playing a video of different AI videos saying eat more hot dogs or whatever, singing a song. It was weird, dude.
Yeah,
there was a Doge rap car. But
yeah, yeah, I kind of as Capo would say, the thesis still stands.
Okay.
My thesis does remain that every cycle there's metas, and if you sit metas out that you don't like, you're leaving money on the table. You're gonna have to adapt every single, like I said, every single run. There's just like weird metas or whatever, and I still kind of believe that memes will remain like really important through this run, however much longer we have. Um, but I do think that when we do hit that point, that let's say retail comes back or whatever, I do think that you're going to see like that shift to DeFi.
Mm.
I do think that memes will like remain important, and they're not going anywhere. But I do think we're not in that phase yet where, because like I think right now we're still just passing around everybody's same money right now. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
when we're really in that like bull market, that's when like, smaller institutions hop in and get involved in things that, aren't just Bitcoin and Ethereum. Retail comes back, and I've already seen some like horror stories. There was a screen grab going around that was, a retail guy, I guess because of this Iggy Azalea token that pulled in some retail. And this guy was like, I bought $25,000 worth of this token. Now it's worth $4,000. Like,
oh my God.
Like, I didn't think that could actually happen. Like, what's going on? And people were just kind of like, yeah, welcome to crypto.
I feel like that's got it. I feel like that guy must have been trolling because I didn't know that could happen.
I guess
What do you
just
think
like,
was in the range of
people,
possibilities?
I think people just not like, ready for that volatility. So
Yeah.
my point being is that, people will hop in, there'll be, DeFi, there'll be dApps, whatever. And I think that's still what more people will probably end up going with than, now, sure, maybe if you, I don't know, if you get a bunch of memes on something like Coinbase or Kraken or, something that people have like easier access to, I could maybe see retail playing around with that more. But it is like an easy barrier of entry, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of what the message has been, is like, hey, it's not hard to get involved. But I just feel like when there's more, I don't want to say smart money, because there's people that know how to play these memes and it's like its own system. But I do think that like when we have like a bigger boom, you're probably going to see more DeFi. You're going to see more money in DeFi. But I do think at this moment we're getting a little oversaturated. That's not just like saying Fantom. That's like just everything.
Yeah.
So it's hard to keep up like when there's new stuff pumping like every day. But that's something else I want to point out, is that it would be nice to have your project on this board, of course, but you got to remember, you still got to get to this top 3. You got to make it to that top 3 to get some of those prizes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, I am interested, like, if you pull some of these charts to see like what the effect of this has been on the price of some of these, because it is like it's an even greater incentive to try and flood into one, right? Like to pick one and ride it up, because it's like, aside from the price appreciation of the asset, you have like the potential reward, right?
Yeah,
If you're on the
yeah, for
winning
sure.
team.
So I'm about to pull something up here. I'm just drawing some meme lines real quick.
In the meantime, some guy brings up a good point. The new dApps will bring people, and that will kick memes up a gear. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like they both work in tandem, right? Like, the idea I think with memes is that like once you're in, right, uh, someone tells you like, okay, you've got the meme token, but now you can do this additional thing with it, and that's how you kind of get people into the dApps. And then on the other hand, if you're already in DeFi and you're checking out this new application, you see the meme tokens and they're generating a ton of fees, you're willing to hop in. A virtuous cycle, if you will.
I think that's an interesting point, because I could see it like that as well. It's like almost like NFTs, you know what I mean? Like there could be a thing there where you're saying, okay, well now I've done that. Like, let me see what else I can do. I have a little more technical skill now. I can hop around. So basically, this is the GOAT chart. So what we're seeing, and I just real fast pulled up like a few of these. And I'll tell you now, like already what I'm seeing is you kind of have like this initial, like everybody did get like kind of like an initial boost from these announcements and everything. Because like you have GOAT here, you have THC, like you kind of seeing the pattern here. Yeah, THC went parabolic. Speedy kind of had the opposite effect, but
Speedy moves chaotic, dude.
Yeah, Speedy's very like volatile and chaotic. It's interesting. But yeah, going back to, S-Goat here, I think that's what we're looking at is I think there was like an initial pop. Maybe we're going to settle a little bit. But then I think, everything holds here. We're ready to go back off. I mean, I try not to get like too serious about TA on memes. People have different opinions on that. There are people that will tell you TA's TA. Doesn't matter what you're charting. It doesn't matter how much volume it has. It doesn't matter. Like, I don't really believe in that. I think like TA only works really well on like certain assets. Like any of the majors, I feel comfortable running TA on. S-Goat's got a lot of liquidity and volume, so it's probably not a bad choice to chart. And like, have a plan. But yeah, S-Goat had a nice pump there. We're at 34 cents. That's coming a long way from the march up from 21 cents. Looking at THC here.
Mother of God.
That was a God candle right there.
Oh, God.
So THC went off. Same thing though, like we're seeing, of course you always got to come back to earth, at some point. So, I think we're going to maybe hit a little support there, hopefully get moving again. Let's see. Let's pull up. We'll at least just pull up everybody, I think, here. Let's see. This is the 4 hour on Mutsky.
Mutsky, dude. Mutsky, a meme coin.
Yeah, so they're having a little march up here. But like I said, you're kind of seeing that same thing. It's kind of like, shoots up, coming back down a little bit. I'm just zooming out here. That Mutsky chart actually could be pretty yummy.
You think so?
Could be.
You think that looks yummy?
Just where it's sitting, like because I mean you're seeing, looking at the meme monitor, that I think that is a benefit of if you can get your token on there, is everybody is seeing like pretty good volume, just from like being on that monitor. Let's pull up Chill. Oh yeah, Chills. This is looking good too, huh? So more meme lines. Like I said, same thing. You had a rocket. We might settle down somewhere. This area. I think as long as Fantom price kind of keeps marching too, like, you should be pretty good to go.
Yeah. Hey, so this is a dumb question, but Mutsky is a trading bot. What does that even mean, dude? So like in Telegram, I call Mutsky over, say, "Hey, Mutsky, trade for me," and he does it.
Yeah, I don't know if you're familiar with like any of the Telegram trading bots, but
I get scared of those, dude. I always think it's like malware, like it's gonna steal my phone information or something.
There are things, I can see, sometimes you have to give them private keys and stuff, but most of them now just go ahead and make you like a fresh wallet, and then you load some funds onto it, and it is like a really nice way to trade. You can like open a trade, always like see what your P&L is. You want to close something out fast, you just mash the button, get it all closed out.
Oh.
Yeah, Mutsky's well done. And maybe this week or next week or something, we can do a little Mutsky tutorial. They were like the first kind of like Telegram bot on Fantom.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, those guys, they're always like working on new stuff. Little slept on in my opinion. Actually, I mean, they're seems like they're always working hard. They're always putting out new features. Um, the bot does run really well. So yeah, I mean, the Telegram bots are cool. Um, as long as it just depends on what kind of trader you are. So, but looking at Chill here, it also had a blast up. Um, I think it's hard to go wrong having some Chill. Like I said, they team that's been around forever. They're working
Mm-hmm.
hard. That's an example of they were one of the requirements was the 1 million market cap, and they were a little bit under it. So they hustled and were able to get it over 1 million. So
Right
I
on.
think that's kind of like a positive. You know what I mean? Like
Mm-hmm.
when some of these teams are like, hey, like time to give the project a little push.
Yeah, dude. This meme competition has reignited some of these efforts for sure for some of these projects, right? Like I'm saying, they're chasing that bag.
Yeah.
Now hoops. Oh yeah, this is one we were talking about.
Now Hoops is like by
Hoops
far
is
the youngest out of all these guys, right? So
young buck.
it's looking a little more volatile, but once again, blast off, probably settle
God
somewhere
candles,
around
dude.
here. Yeah, that was a serious run up. These are 4-hour candles. So
My God. My God, dude. Maybe memes are still alive, dude.
well, I think that the competition has kind of like given a little life to the chain, a little juice. You know what I mean? Like I said, there's people that are upset about some of the rules, but I mean, I think looking at these charts, it's doing its job. These would be attractive charts to people that are like watching Dex Screener or Dex Tools, or you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that covers everybody. Well, FSonic, apologies,
FSonic, you're gonna get your time on camera too, dude. Don't worry.
but now FSonic's got really thick liquidity and a
Look at
high
this
price.
losing, dude.
So, but you can still see there, had a pop settling down. But man, it must be it's a scarce asset. They're $1,100 a token.
Mother of God.
Yeah, I wonder what the supply is on FSonic. It's got to be like really tiny.
This is like the Berkshire A of meme coins. Dude, this is crazy. Hey, so for meme coin, thin liquidity or thick liquidity, which do you think is better?
Oh,
Thin
whoops!
liquidity,
I put up the wrong one.
you get those bigger candles, right?
Yeah, now that's like a whole other thing, when you're launching. I mean, it's kind of a dance because if you find this like sweet spot for liquidity, people can, pump the coin easier, but it also means that when they sell, it's, a lot more
devastating.
painful. So I think the move is usually like when you launch, you probably want something a little easier to move in terms of liquidity. And then once you're sort of established, and you're more like trying to like maintain your price, then maybe you focus on like, getting that liquidity thicker. But it is a dance because people don't want to, if your token's been around a while and someone goes to your stats and everything, and they see that you have little liquidity, it's kind of like a bad look.
Yeah.
But when you're first starting, you launch with little liquidity, you're under 100 market cap. People are like, yeah, I'm going to ape this, like it still has a lot of room. And some of that I think is like just Fantom, because on Fantom, it would be like, ooh, it's under 100K market cap. And if you ran it to 1 million, that's pretty good, right? Compared to like a chain like Solana, where a lot of people don't buy tokens till they're like, 3 million, 5 million, because they're saying, all right, let's run this to 50 mil and see what happens. So it's a different scale, you know what I mean? But I think on Fantom, it's kind of like that seems sort of like the sweet spot is like, under 100K market cap, little bit of liquidity when you're starting out. And then, you're going to want to like beef it up, put your LP on equalizer, get that LP thicker. But yeah, I mean, overall, I just think that we don't have a lot. It's been a good thing to have while we're like waiting for Sonic.
Yeah, keep everyone engaged while we're waiting for Sonic, which I think is creeping ever closer. I pulled up the Sonic validator thing, but again, it was kind of buggy for me. It was like stuck at 2%, but I know it's like I don't even know where it's at, but I know it's way higher than that. I know it's at least at like 40% or something.
I thought we made it. I think we did make it.
We probably did make it.
Yeah, let's see here.
I don't know if it's just my browser, dude.
Yeah, we made it.
My PC, but I guess I did build it like 4 years ago, so maybe it's.
We made it. That's right.
I
think that actually happened during consensus, if I have it right. I think that was like, it was like last week.
We achieved consensus during consensus. Isn't that beautiful?
That's right. That's correct. So, but yeah, I mean, Opera is upgraded to Sonic, but we're still waiting for the Sonic chain. We still have airdrop details coming. So I think the meme competition is, kind of like just the right time. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Too much beers and barbecues. I would say that's correct.
I've been in and out of a food coma for the last 5 days, so you gotta forgive me.
But yeah, I mean, I'm gonna keep tracking it for sure. I mean, we'll be talking about it on here a good bit, but that was sort of like the current, let's see if I can get this pulled back up. Well, anyway, I was gonna pull it back up, but I use a different browser for the stream, so yeah, but we'll keep checking in on the meme competition. If you guys got anything you want us to look at, let us know.
Maybe meme consultations, maybe even, I don't know.
Maybe we could do like a small cap rundown,
Okay.
Throw a bone here, you know what I'm saying? Like maybe we could have like a episode where we just talk about a lot of the smaller cap memes or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's put some juice in the eco. People are talking, people are moving, people are working. So best of luck to everybody. I guess I'm gonna have to keep watching the top 3 so I know who to buy a bunch of tokens of so I can get some free Fantom.
Right on, yeah, dude. Yeah, you're playing right into their hands, dude.
That's right. That's how it's supposed to work,
Mm-hmm. Sweet. Yeah, dude. So shout out to all the Memecoin creators out there, dude. You're in the arena. And don't forget Google. And don't forget Google.
Mention that. Okay.
All right. Okay. Well, what about Google? The Google partnership? We were talking about that, right?
Yeah, we already talked about that.
Some guy, you got to rewind a little bit.
It's probably like somebody's token that we're plugging right now.
Oh, yeah, dude. The Google token. That probably exists. I've never seen it. Put it on my feed, dog, if you want me to see it.
Yeah, like I said, maybe we'll do a little small cap rundown. But yeah, we're gonna get rested up so that we're more awake next episode.
Good night, some guy.
We appreciate everybody watching. Yeah, had a great time in consensus. Excited for the meme competition. So yeah, as always, if you we're streaming and putting episodes on Fantom Talk on X, you probably already know that. We do have YouTube, GM_Sonic. And if you want to listen to us, we don't put these streams on audio, obviously, because I mean that would be probably chaotic for the listener. So streams don't go on the podcast formats, but all the recorded episodes do. So GMSONIC. And I think that's it, man.
Yeah, I guess we're wrapping it up. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Some guy, Disco Chuck in the chat. Love to see it. And we'll see you next time on
we'll see you later this week.
Later this week. Adios, folks.
See ya.